I'm going to be judge, jury, and executioner on this one. I'm not kidding. Uh, some of these guys have done things that cannot be condemned enough. Others, some things that cannot be mentioned enough. Others are wacky, insane, and you cannot make it up into a fictional story if you tried. And others, it's just blinking parking tickets. So, where do we start? Okay, before we start, I'm going to make this clear. I'm doing this purely on a fraction or friction or faction of a history lesson per se. Okay? If you want more details on these guys, go on the interweb, but I really wouldn't recommend it unless you really, really have to. Right. For those who are in a nervous disposition, now's your time to exit that way or that way. Okay. Okay, where do we start? Let's go with an easy peasy one, shall we? Mr. Al Capone. Caught for not paying, was it the taxes, and was it not paying for parking tickets? That is literally what he got caught for. Everything else, apparently, innocent. Gangster? Helping people? No! Pick up a parking ticket! Okay, I'm gonna, next one. This guy, I don't know his name, but apparently is due to some infestation of too many emus and too many ostriches in a certain area or state or country.
Great Emu War.
And sorry about the buzzing and dinging. I'm just gonna call it extra features. So yes, as part of a emu war, so too many emus. So this guy, he decided upon himself to create a law, or apparently a law, some trash like that. You can find out whether it's true or not. To kill. I'm gonna rephrase that. To get rid of emus and ostriches. Yeah, to get rid of emus and ostriches, and purely to make more space. Although apparently I've got a gut feeling that he didn't ask permission. There you go, you can go on the naughty step. So that's an interesting story. We've got more interesting stories next to go. Next, human garbage. Alright, he came from Japan to go to USA for extra education, and then he used some sort of sleeping tablet or sleeping gas on someone, and then did what I can only describe in humane terms of making them into sushi. Human garbage. Please, if you see him, give him a right beating. If he's dead, I don't know, pee on his grave. He's human garbage. Human garbage! So yeah, as I said, I will be judge, jury, and executioner. Next, use this. Gacy! Gacy, a well-known gangster, actually wore very, very smart clothes, and he helps the local community of New York, especially the poorer communities of New York. He made the area safe, paid for the food, made sure they're okay and well. You know what? Seems overall like a nice guy. I'm gonna put him in gangster helping poor people. That section's gonna be pretty thin, by the way. Next. Alright, we've got might well be a demon and ex-wrestler turned into children's entertainer as a clown. Apparently kidnapped children, but because he is such a sucky wrestler, the children were able to do wrestling moves on him, and one kid even took his money and stole his money off him while he was sleeping. But could well be a demon. He is looking evil there as a human pose. He is looking evil as a clown. Might well have inspired Stephen King to write the book It. And this might be a good time for you to hold that thought. If you like this history lesson and you want more history lessons, click the like button. One more to list like this, which was based upon true people and true crimes. Click the like button. If you can think of some weird psycho that I haven't mentioned, put a comment. And now might be a good time for you to have a break. Well, I am gonna have a drink. There you go.
Dr. Pepper advert break.
There you go. A lot better now. That can go there for now. Okay. Right, Manson. Yeah, is it human garbage or might well be a demon? This is a tough one actually. What do you reckon, Matt? Was it Manson who like got people into the work of the film business and sort of lack of conduct and made a cult? Is he human garbage or is he might be a demon?
I think he convinced other people that they were demons, but he was a little bit of a white boy. Just he didn't really commit any crimes. He just convinced everyone else to kill people. The taped murders.
If you actually search the Wikipedia, it actually says how bad he actually was.
He was a bit of a nutter, but I'm on the fence.
We're on the fence apparently. Nah, man, hard to tell. There you go. If I rechange this tier list, it might change. I'll let my owner of our YouTube tier list do his research on Wikipedia.
I know about it.
What does it say on Wikipedia?
The Tate LaBianca murders. I think that Tex Watson was the main instigator on the crimes with Marilyn Manson. I think he was the evil one. Marilyn Manson just directed them, tried to create a race war. He wasn't hinged.
Alright.
Carved a swastika into his forehead.
Well, not quite human garbage then, but not quite good enough to be interesting story. So not quite on your naughty step for interesting story, but not quite bad enough for human garbage.
Yeah, agreed.
Here's an interesting story. Look at that brilliant shirt. Okay, I know bits and pieces about this one. Apart from wearing an interesting shirt, apart from when he had his court case, was it he managed to get away with that? He bought everyone out and everyone said he was a great guy. I know that he apparently bought a hippo from the zoo and then copyrighted that hippo and then he put the hippo in a different zoo. Apparently, when his kids or grandkids needed money, he gave them money. So apparently, this is a very interesting one. Take it as you will. About this is literally something you cannot make up. It's that interesting. Um, but I'm speechless of what else you can say.
Pablo Escobar.
Great name, but apparently US and Colombia both had to decide between them what his case was actually originally going to be, which made it more interesting. But yeah, he owned his own mansion, and when his kids and grandkids needed money, he handed them money. He bought a hippo, copyrighted that hippo, put the hippo in his own zoo. I'm like, what an interesting story.
2 years ago, they were trying to cull 166 hippos that have descended from Pablo Escobar's herds. Still running riot.
Okay, so very interesting one there, which leads up to more of a serious one. Is this guy, Ted Bundy, a demon? Was he being controlled by demons, as he said? Or was he just pure evil?
Pure evil. Good looking pure evil.
Now, it is an interesting one because he claimed that was demons in his head was like made him do those things, but you cannot put aside on how evil those things were, and I don't know, like I'm tempted to put might be a demon or screw it, human garbage. You can't make many excuses of what he actually did. You cannot condemn it and ignore it. You gotta just say, right, guilty. Like the amount of things he did, what he did, believe wrong. You cannot say condemn it, but I ignore it. Is wrong. Loads and loads of really, really evil stuff. Okay, next we got an interesting story. Now, this one I did do a bit of research on it, according to Wikipedia.
Was this Tiger King?
Yes.
Joey Exotic.
Okay, so, right. Apparently, have you guys ever seen the Disney film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Well, this is like a real life story about that. You know in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the evil witch does the poison apple, sends an assassin to, was it do the assassin stuff on the innocent person, but fails. And well, this actually happened. Was it Tiger King guy? There he is in the picture. Apparently sent the assassin to finish off, do the job. Was it
Carol Baskin.
get the guy? Well, get to finish off the person, etc. And apparently failed, just like in the film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Badly.
So yeah, they're not only
Accused Carol Baskin of killing her husband.
pause this. It's like, as in, no, can you you might want to dub that because you can't, as it say.
Oh, I can take it off. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so as he tried doing the deed or trying to do I saw, put the ice him or dust him or whatever, send the assassin do the job. Apparently the assassin failed miserably, like in Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. But now here's interesting. This guy not only failed miserably with the assassin thing, he also apparently too close to wild animals, and yeah, well, very interesting tale. I'd have thought that the zoos would have been a bit cautious and said, right, goodbye, give you a tap on the shoulder, we don't want you here anymore. Interesting case. Or even sending someone to, dust someone or ice someone, but they failed to do the job. Yeah, so interesting story. Next, let's end on slightly lighter note. Lighter note. What am I thinking? This guy, everyone in all the wars are scared of him. Right. It's literally that much of a case of get your seatbelts on here, folks. Get your seatbelts on, and I'm like, well, okay, so this guy, Vlad the Impaler, well known for doing that, for impaling his enemies or parts of the anatomy, whether it be arms, head, body, etc., onto spikes, impaled spikes, harpoon equivalent to the spike, well known as a war leader. Everyone was scared of him. Yeah, so he's basically the equivalent of a more evil real life version of the Scorpion King and Imhotep from Mummy Returns, but more real and more evil. He's basically sort of like the equivalent of the Headless Horseman, but more real and possibly more evil. Where shall we put it? Let's ask our owner of this website, shall we? Human garbage, might be a demon, interesting story, pick up a parking ticket, which clean up, or gangster helping poor people cleaning up.
Nope. What was the third one?
Interesting story.
Yeah, maybe.
Or the other one might be a demon, or
Might
human
be a
garbage.
demon. Might be a demon. Might be a demon.
There you go. You can. There you go. You can battle it out in the might be demon section between the evil-looking wrestler clown guy and Manson. There you go. They can battle it out between who gets iced first to who gets dusted last. And nice and short because it's not really nice, so let's just call it short but nasty. And as usual, folks, I know I usually say this, but maybe I was leaning into this one a bit more with our saying, but don't have nightmares.
Good.